This is Scorpions and we're making Crawfish Etoufee.
Yeah! All right, it is time to get serious. We're in the playoffs. I'm making my absolute favorite dish, Crawfish Etoufee. Grew up in Houston. My sisters were born in Louisiana. I'm totally ratting them out right now. But grew up on Crawfish Etoufee, gumbo, sauce and gumbo, all that good stuff. This is my death row meal. I don't care what anyone says. Etouffee is amazing. Doing the research, I figured out that etouffee means to smother, which is what exactly this is. It's usually served with like a rice or some sort of other like side dish, and I'm just super excited about it. It was hard to find etouffee here in Northern California, but we found some, and we'll see how it tastes for sure.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I personally don't think I've ever had crawfish etouffee, so I'm very excited for this dish. It's very fitting that Gray's making his favorite dish for his favorite enemy. He is a huge A&M fan.
Thank you, I appreciate you guys. Gig 'em.
So therefore, by default, hates LSU.
A lot.
Couldn't be more fitting that we're playing the Bengals. Gray's week, Gray's food. He's got Shiner Bock for us. That's his favorite beer.
Yep.
Did you tell us about Shiner Bock?
Texas food, Texas beer, a little Louisiana food, of course. Obviously, etouffee is Louisiana, but you can get some really good etouffee for sure in Texas, where we grew up. Shiner Bock is another Texas staple, hard to get outside of Texas. I had to pay $10.99 for a 6-pack, worth every cent. But that's my absolute favorite beer, favorite food, and team I want to beat the most.
Couple things to review real quick here. He said he's never had crawfish etouffee. I just heard him say that. We've done a couple takes of this. That's the first time I've heard it. That's crazy. That's crazy. And
that's crazy.
So, there's no way he's going to make it through this meal then because, if this is the first time you ever eat crawfish etouffee, he might fall over. But I could eat my weight in crawfish. We're talking about that before. One of the only meats. Name a meat that you could eat your whole damn body weight in. Crawfish is one of them. I'm about to try. Let's go, Bills. Kill Macaulay Culkin. See you later.
Let's go.
Thank you for being a friend.
Hello.
Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say thank you for being a friend.
Well, this is so exciting. Crawfish etouffee. So I grew up in Louisiana and pretty much love all things Cajun and Creole food-wise. Grew up on it and have a bunch of it in Houston where I lived for pretty much the rest of my life. This dish just starts out with like a simple roux. It's just equal parts of flour and butter. What you'll do is just make sure you mix it up. It'll kind of brown. I think this is one of the most important parts of the entire dish is that it's this nice brown color. Throwing in here celery, bell peppers, onions, tomato paste, garlic, and just kind of mixing that up until it's all just super fragrant and you can smell it's insane. I added seafood stock here. Some people said that you could substitute chicken broth here. Haven't done it, but I'm sure it'd be all right in a pinch if you had to. But once you have this to a nice consistency, you want it to be somewhat liquidy because it's going to actually cook down and cook out quite a bit, and you want to make sure they can absorb into the roux. Last step, we're just going to season this up. Cayenne, some Tony Chachere's, which is in every southern kitchen for sure, and then just some pepper. Finally, the hot sauce, your choice. I like Crystal, but just mix it all up, and we're going to finally just put a lid on it and let that simmer. Once it's done simmering, here is the star of the show, our crawfish. This was some frozen stuff that I actually found at a Walmart, so it seems like it's somewhat readily available. And it was fine. I mean, one of the good things about etouffee is that the crawfish doesn't have to be the star. There's so many other flavors that are going on that they kind of can carry it and, it doesn't have to be the best. A lot of times when they really started to make etouffee, it was just leftover crawfish from the day before, even frozen from earlier in the season. So you top it off with a little bit of the green onion, a little bit of the parsley, Shiner, etouffee, happy times, go Bills. I, for one, am fired up. Here we go. We have our etouffee. We have our Shiner. I It's going to be hard for me to even keep talking and not just start eating this right now.
I love Chatterbock and I love Crawfish Etoufee. So I'm really excited to eat this. I now have a challenge to make sure my week has really good food too.
Ooh, yeah. What are we gonna get for Brandon's week? All right, here we go. Crawfish Etoufee.
Etoufee first. I snuck the taste.
You guys got the same thing I got. This is delicious.
A little squirt of this lemon on yours. Talking about seafood and lemon.
Can I even have the lemon with your...
You want some lemon, buddy?
Not that kind of lemon.
Mm-hmm.
This is the lemon. Look.
I don't
Tastes-
want that lemon.
I'm gonna toot my own little horn. I'm pretty happy with this right here.
Wow, my first thoughts. It's very
Can I
thick.
have their lemon?
Yep, you sure can.
It's
Like
thick.
that.
It's
Not
creamy.
that one.
It's very
The
rich.
one over there. The one over there.
Ramsey loves lemonade. Yeah, it's very creamy, very buttery. It's thick. You can tell that a lot of time when it like these flavors have been melted together for like the perfect creamy, delicious bite. And wow, it's all the seasonings in there, the spices.
The worst part of it is the rice.
Wow, this is really good.
I walked in while he was making the roux, and it smelled like insane in here. And I've been like dying to eat it since he started. So, also, this is a beer. It was made by,
Are there lemonade?
I think, Germans came to America
The Spetzel Brewery
a long time ago.
came from a German brewer that was brewing at the pyramids. He then made his way through San Francisco to Texas to make Sheener.
I did not know
Thank
the
you,
pyramid
kind
thing.
sir.
I thought Egyptian pyramids?
He was brewing beer at the pyramids in the Egyptian pyramids in the 1800s before he came over.
This is how the pyramids were
And I
built.
thank you.
All right, cheers. Let's go, Bills.
Let's go, Bills. I'm so happy.
Yeah, definitely. This beer also is not your conventional. Like normally we drink a lot of pilsners on this show. We like the light beers, but this is like it's dark, but it's not heavy, and I really like that about this beer for sure. It's a very you could put a lot of these down, and they're very smooth. Better when cold, obviously. Every beer is better when cold, but yeah, this is our divisional round week. I mean, I don't think you could complain. This is about as good as it gets. If the Bills don't win after a meal like this, I don't know. I can't pull over anymore. I can't pull over anymore. But I guess we'll see what happens after this week. And if we continue to go on to the AFC Conference Championship, we'll see what Brandon has in store for his favorite food. And then eventually onto the Super Bowl.
Super well.
So
Well, we cook all the favorite food.
every food.
I'm going to get out of control.
So thanks for
I'm gonna
sticking with
stop
us. Go Bills.
Go, Bill! We made Cincinnati disappear.